Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sugar King.
This bout.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually...
We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This is a high-octane battle. Good counter punch. There's a counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. It's all offense all the time. A perfect counter shot. Jab slightly off target. A swing and a miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Hold that thought! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You don't want to trade shots. You hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well done with that counter shot. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he has There's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Jab doesn't quite connect. Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
On to the 5th we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Tough. Look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The perfect counter lands. They miss with the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter shot lands. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow.
On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Punching. Caught him. That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clear.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They exchange punches. Nice counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a...
And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
So much firepower here. Nice counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in a...